In this video, I am going to show you how to edit your navigation by creating a navigation. As you can see here, we don't really have anything in our main navigation right now. There are social links. I'll show you how to work with those as well. But we're going to create a navigation from scratch. And in the process, you will learn how to make adjustments, add pages, add folders, all of that. So let's begin. First thing we want to do is just look at a little bit of inspiration to know where we are going. So what I want to do is have the logo like it is now, the top left, menu items right here, top right, and then a call to action right about in this area. So something like this: logo top left, navigation, and all the items here, top right. To make this happen, we need to access three different parts of the site. First, pages, second, design, and third, we need to go into the actual editor on the page. So let's start with pages. The first thing we need to do is add in the pages that we want. So the way we do this is, obviously you need the content there, or you can start adding the content in. And if you have a ton of content, it could be a lot of pages, but let me show you just a simple way to think about this as well. I usually do this for my client sites as it's really easy to work with and keep everything clear. So in the main navigation here, what I'll do is I'll click the plus sign. And let's say I want to have a blog here. Well, you need to create the blog, but in this case, all I'm going to do is create the link for the blog now. So what I'll do here is I'll go in and I will actually call this articles. And then I will type in the word articles for the URL. So now that is set up, and then I'll go from there and do that again. So now I have two links. You can see that they already show up here, which is great. Obviously, you need the pages for it to actually work, but you'll see we're creating a navigation here. Now, I want to create a folder for services. So I'll click the plus sign and then click folder, and that will open up, and I'll type in services. And then from here, I'm going to add in 3 service pages. So the first one, all right, second one, and third one. All right, so now we have the services section, we have about, we have articles, but we want a button for the call to action. We actually do that on the page, so I'll get there. For now, we have created a simple folder, added some links. This is really easy to work with instead of using the actual live pages because it's easy to drag around and see everything. So you can see here now, just because I created that item and the URL slug is correct, if I click on articles, it'll take me to this blog setup, which is cool. So all the content actually lives down here, and up here are just links. It keeps it really simple, straightforward. Not necessary, but it really helps long term to make this small and this big, especially if you have a lot of content on your site. All right, so let's go back to our homepage and do a few more adjustments. Now, we've done the majority of the work in the pages section. Now we want to go into the page editor. I'm actually going to skip the design panel. We'll come back to that in a moment, but I'm going to go in here and click edit. You could be on any page of your site, but I'm on the home page, and then I'll click edit site header. From here, there's a few things we want to look at. First, we want to look at site title and logo. This is where you work all the magic here. Right now, I don't actually have a logo file, so it's just showing text, and I actually want this to be bigger, so we'll do that in a moment. But for now, that is good to go. Here, you could add in the logo. Once you add it in, you could adjust the size, and if you want a separate logo for mobile, you could do that and adjust the size as well. Let's go back, and from here, I'll go to elements, and this is where a lot of magic happens. So the first thing we're going to do is add in a button. We want a contact us button. All right, and then I will add the URL here, and we're good to go. That is set up. You could do a lot more customization there if you like, but that is good to go. Next, social links. You could see our social links are here, and there's a lot of spacing between the social links for the navigation. Again, if you like this, you could keep it. For now, I actually don't want it, so I'm going to remove it. I think it's not the ideal spot for it. Next, you have cart. If you have e-commerce, you could add that in, and it'll add in a little cart icon. And now I am going to go to style, and in here, they give you a few features. These are new, and there's a lot to dig in here. I'm not going to go in depth on this right now, but you could make a lot of adjustments here. I personally like dynamic for this site, but you could come in here, add a gradient as a background, or have a solid color, fully customize it right here in this section, or you could go with the theme. So for now, I'm just going to keep it dynamic, and I am going to add a border. I actually really like having thickness small. Here, this border at the bottom looks really nice. You can do a few things where you add borders like everywhere, looks like. But I'm going to keep it simple and just add a little thin border at the bottom. Let's see what it says right now. 1 pixel. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so that is good to go. I will go back now. You could also adjust the positioning. Right now, it is on fixed position with a fixed header style of scroll back. I'll show you what that looks like in a moment. But we're going to go to this desktop feel. This is important. So we're going to look at header layout. Obviously, you could choose what you like. I am going with this native header layout. This is probably one of the best UI UX experiences for a new website. But if you want to look at a few other styles, you can do that as well. That would look really nice here. This could look really nice. This is nice as well. This is the one I'd probably stay away from. I don't like the double stack. It wastes a lot of space. You make the logo bigger. It gets complicated. But any of these other ones, I think in this case, looks really nice, really clean, and easy to work with. So for now, I'm going to keep it here. But you see where you can make those changes. And then you can make some other adjustments here for the padding and things like this, where, let me just show you the amount of space from top to bottom. I'm going to adjust this down a little bit. I like it like that, 1.5. So let's talk about element spacing and link spacing. Element spacing is the elements on the page, which is, say, logo is an element. The navigation here is an element. This button is an element. The social links are an element. All 4 social links are one element. These 3 buttons are one element. If you want to change the link spacing, and I'll show you right now, you'll see it. It'll make so much sense. Link spacing is to change the space in between the elements in a group. So element spacing right now, let's leave that and then go to link spacing. I'm going to change that down. So you could see there how it changed the spacing between these items here. Let me just go extreme so you see it. It added space here, but the space between this navigation and this button did not change because that happens here in element spacing. So if I go like that and go like that, you can see what's happening. All right, so let me just set that to something practical. Let's go to 1.5. And this I actually like right about 1.5 as well. Actually, I'll do 2 here. 2.4. And there we go. So that looks good. You could also make adjustments to this on mobile, which, let's take a look. The header layout. You can see here how it looks. I'm going to keep it like this. I highly recommend the 3 lines, the hamburger menu, not the 2 lines. You could play with the other ones as well. Overlay menu. This is really nice, beautiful. I love how this looks. You can make these adjustments here. Link spacing again, how you want to adjust that, you can. And then you could adjust the colors as well. But we're going to leave that for now. So I'm going to click out of this, go back to the main page. Go back here, done, and save. So we've done 2 of the 3 major parts. Now we just need to do one last part and we're good to go with a few customizations at the end. Let's make the logo bigger and also fix this font. This font, I don't know why, but it's not that nice. So we're gonna go to design and we're gonna go to site styles. And then from here, we're gonna go to fonts. And then down here at the bottom, it says assign styles. So you could see here, it says site title is the heading style. So if you click on that, for this, you can make adjustments to this specifically. So if you want to customize the font size, you can do it right here for just the navigation. So here, I'm going to change this to I'm going to do 2.3. Currently, it's pulling the style from the heading, but if I want to, currently it's pulling the style from the heading, but if I want to customize that, I can just click into here and then go through any type of change I want. And right now it's pulling 700. Let's see what 500 looks like. Maybe I like that more, or maybe something like a 300. That looks like a nice logo. And maybe I actually want to make this all uppercase, text transformation here, so it can look like that. Interesting. I like where this is going. Yeah, I could work with this. Let's see. And letter spacing, just 0. Cool. All right. And let me go back to this. Yeah, for now, I'm just going to keep it like this. I like how it looks. I like how it feels with this site and where it's headed. Obviously, this is just a demo site, so it is what it is. I'm like designing a logo as we go. But this is where you can make those adjustments. Now, let me go back and then take a look at mobile site style. So you'll see it pulls the heading here. One thing you'll want to do is as I make these changes, you can't see anything. Sometimes this happens with Squarespace. So you want to just be mindful of that and click on mobile preview. And as soon as you do that, you see exactly what happened. So I can go back here and then make the adjustment accordingly. So if you want to change the size of your logo on mobile specifically, you can do that. I'm going to keep it at 2. And again, it's pulling the styles for, let's see, custom. Oh, actually, it's not pulling the same styles I just did. So let me set that up so it feels the same. I believe that's all the same. And we're good to go. All right, so that is set up. Let me go back. All right, we're back at Assign Styles, and I'm going to click out of mobile and go to this desktop view. So now we could adjust the site navigation and the header button. For the most part, I like the site navigation, but let's just take a look. Again, it's pulling the style from paragraphs. If you want to change that, you can. It's also pulling the size from paragraph 2. I really like how it is right now, but you know how to go in here and change that. The only thing I'm going to change here is I'm going to set this to custom, and I just want to see how it looks if I change it from 300 to 500. It's a little bit much, maybe 400. I actually just really like how 300 looks, and I like everything else about it. I think it's nice and clean. Yeah, I really like it. All right, so let's go back. Header button. Let's fix this because I don't know what it's doing right now. Let's hit customize and then do 500. Let's actually do 700 just to match this for a moment. The line height, header button size, I want to change this up. Oh, that's really big. Nope. I want something like this. Nope. 1.2. Maybe 1.1. 1.1 would work. I'm going to go with 1.2. I'm going to go with 1.1. Okay, there we go. So weight is 700. It matches this look and feel. I do want to change the color, which we'll look at now. But now you see how we've just designed the look and feel. Now this feels a lot nicer. Logo's a little big. Again, it's a demo site, so I'm just playing with it and showing you how it all works. But you get a nice feel here. Next, I'm going to go back. The other thing worth considering here, so we've done assign styles for all these, customize them. Really nice, really good look and feel. Now let me go back, and what I want to work on here is actually before I go any further, with all those changes I made, I'm going to click save so that I have all those changes. Now we could go into the next section. So now let us change the color here of this button. So this is a little confusing. We go to site styles. So here we're going to click on colors, not buttons, but colors. So once we go into colors, you're going to see here it says the lightest one. I'm using a dynamic theme, so that's where it's pulling the color from. It's pulling it from this light one. So I'm going to click on light 1 and then start making some adjustments. So this button here, we need to find that. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to look for the menu overlay. Why am I not seeing changes? Okay, so now I am going to go into colors, and this is a little bit confusing. You'll see here, I'm using the dynamic theme for the navigation. So it's actually pulling the colors here from this color palette or color theme light 1. So I'm going to go to light 1. You could click on this as well. It'll take you in here. So once I'm in here, I am going to scroll down. This is a bit confusing because the menu overlay says button background and button text, and we'll try to take a look at what that actually is in a moment. But to actually change that, we go to button here and adjust this. So then we come in here. I have a blue that is not part of my palette, so I'll add that in just like that. And you can see it is now added that in. You could adjust the text color as well if you like, but in this case, I'd like to keep it as white. So when someone hovers over it, it turns white here. So now I'm going to hit save and we are good to go. Now, there might be some customizations you want to do. For example, because I changed this button to blue, it actually changed these are custom buttons, but it actually changed the built-in buttons to blue as well. And so maybe you don't want that. You just want this button to be blue. Well, it's definitely something you could solve with custom CSS, but a few things to keep in mind. I would probably look into solving that if you're really keen to getting that to be its own color with some custom CSS, and you could probably check out our website and find some resources on that. At the same time, one thing I do not like about this style is when you go to the menu items like this folder, everything is justified to the right. It makes no sense. It shouldn't be this way. So we created a simple plugin, again, on our website. Check the link down below. So this justifies over to the left. So as you can see now, everything is justified to the left, which just looks a lot nicer and cleaner. You could also make adjustments to the background of the folder and other things. So there's a bit of differential. Right now, it looks like it just fades in a little bit. So there's a lot of things you could do to customize those little things, but you are already off to the races. Let's go back and take a look at a really nice website. Simple. The menu's very clean, user-friendly. Same here. We have a really good experience for people to access. Hey, thank you for watching this video. If you got value from this video, I have some resources for you that I bet will be helpful. Check out the link down below where you could access more resources that are free for you, for your website, for your online presence, for your design, all of that. Check out the link below. With that, if you got value from this video, let me know by hitting that like button. When you hit the like button, it tells the YouTube algorithm some important information, but it also tells me that you got value from this video. And if you want more content like this, please subscribe. When you subscribe, you'll make sure you get updated every single week. We publish a new video every single Friday. So when you hit that subscribe button, you will be notified. And with that, have a great day wherever you are in the world. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.